Hey guys, what's going on? It's JCWgamer here, and yesterday Sony revealed the first official PlayStation 5 gameplay to the public. And I must say, it does look incredible. We've got gameplay from a game called Lumen in the Land of Nanite. I believe the main character is called Lumen. It's a brand new game, brand new franchise that will be starting on PlayStation 5 this year. The reason I'm making a video on this is because I will be getting the PlayStation 5 as early as possible for you guys. And I don't know how many games will be released on day one of the PlayStation 5 release. However, I will be trying to find the best rated ones for the channel, and I will be doing a playthrough on them because this game that's been revealed here for the demo does seem to be like it's going to be a great story game, especially for the ending of this demo that I'm about to show you from Epic Games. And it's not like the Xbox Series X reveal where we only got cinematics from Assassin's Creed or whatever it was. I didn't even watch it, to be fair, I just heard it was cinematics. We've actually got official gameplay from Sony for the PS5. I do believe this is going to be one of the first games I do get for the PS5 because, one, you'll see what I mean by the gameplay I'm about to leave you with, and two, the ending to this is just a fat cliffhanger, and I do want to actually see what is in store for the story in the future, because the graphics are just going to make the story like a million times better. However, Lumen in the Land of Nanite will not be coming out in 2020 because Unreal Engine 5 has been confirmed for release for 2021. I did see somewhere that we might be able to actually play this demo on the PS4 soon, so do keep a heads up. It might be a demo release we do get when the PS5 comes out maybe, but people are getting like Tomb Raider feels for this game and stuff. You'll see what I mean. I just want to say the game they've chosen here for the reveal is such a great choice, because you'll hear in a minute that Epic Games wanted to flex the amount of detail they put into this game. It's like an ancient kind of game because of like a lot of triangles, because in this like ancient Greek establishment that Lumen's in, it's got like loads of, you know, like those Greek triangle patterns on the walls and stuff. Millions of triangles have been made differently from each other in the game, and the shading's incredible. It literally looks like it's been taken from IRL, like literally by like a drone, like they did with the Modern Warfare graphics. I believe they actually had drones from like to get real like structures on like sculptures of mountains and stuff in real life for the game, for like the cutscenes. It's insane. But it's came to the point now where they're using cinematic graphics in actual gameplay, which I've wanted for a long time. I can only imagine what Red Barrels is doing and actually waiting for the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 to be released so they can release the Outlast Trials on next gen, because the graphics in general are insane and it was way ahead of its time. Literally, if the Outlast Trials is going to be released on next gen, the graphics are going to be insane. This opens up many doors for game companies and devs, because this is also our first look at Unreal Engine 5, where many developers are going to be able to use it for their new games, like for Call of Duty, Battlefield, Outlast, etc. And when these game devs get their hands on Unreal Engine 5 for their upcoming projects, that's when you're definitely going to notice these future games from well-known developers being made for next gen. So your favourite and well-loved games? Expect to see the new ones on the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. Games also have the potential to be remastered for the PlayStation 5. I expect The Last of Us 2 will do the same thing as it did with PS4 when that came out. The Last of Us 1 came out on the same year that the PlayStation 4 came out, and they remastered The Last of Us 1 on PlayStation 4. I believe The Last of Us Part 2 will be remastered for PlayStation 5 whenever that is set, because with these new consoles being like gaming PCs, it's going to have the potential for old developers, new developers to remaster games that they have made in the past and recreate them with these Unreal Engine 5 graphics for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. It's going to come to the point where games will not be releasing on Xbox One and PS4 like games have done now with the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. They just got too powerful for the Xbox 360 and PS3 to handle. Like soon that will be the same for the Xbox One and the PS4. That's way in the future and we do not have to worry about that. So if you still will not be getting a PS5 or Xbox Series X by any time in the upcoming years, don't worry, because that will literally be in the upcoming years, but Xbox One and PS4 will not have games for them anymore. Anyway guys, this has been like my first ever video on the PlayStation 5. I haven't really done one on the Xbox Series X because I don't play Xbox much anymore, but I know both consoles are going to be absolutely phenomenal, and I don't think one console will be like way more outstanding than the other at release. Backwards compatibility will be a thing with PlayStation 4. I'm not sure about the Xbox Series X. It's weird because 7 years ago, the Xbox One was the console with backwards compatibility and the PlayStation 4 wasn't. This year, it's going to be the PlayStation 5 backwards compatibility, and the Xbox Series X, I'm not sure if it's going to have it or not, so that's going to be a complete turnover. But anyway guys, I'm going to leave you with this amazing Lumen in the Land of Nanite PS5 demo gameplay with Epic Games commentating over it, talking about more detail of the game than I already have running on PS5. It's really exciting. This is the future of gaming. So please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what console you're going to be getting whenever you get it. The PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X, or the PC too. Enjoy!
This has to be the right way.
Before
Before we continue, let's stop a moment and take a look at some of the key features of this demo. Much of what you see was built with Quixel Megascan assets, but instead of using the game versions, we used the cinematic versions, which would typically only be used in film. There are around 1 million triangles each, and thanks to virtual texturing, they all use 8K textures as well. Nanite can render an insane number of triangles very quickly. There are over 1 billion triangles of source geometry in each frame that Nanite crunches down losslessly to around 20 million drawn triangles. What does that many triangles look like? This isn't noise. These are the triangles, each a different color. Most are so small that they look like noise. Nanite achieves detail down to the pixel, which means triangles are often the size of pixels. This amount of geometric detail requires shadows to be pixel accurate as well, and Nanite can do that too. Speaking of lighting, all of the lighting in this demo is completely dynamic, with the power of Lumen that even includes multi-bounce global illumination. No light maps, no baking here. Without GI, all of that beautiful lighting is gone. With Lumen enabled, we can move the light and the bounce changes instantly. Okay, let's keep going. We've made some great additions to our audio system as well. Convolution Reverb allows us to measure reverberation characteristics of real spaces, like actual caves that we sampled, and reproduce them in virtual spaces. Sound field rendering allows us to record and playback spatialized audio. All of this adds up to a more immersive experience. This swarm of bats was created with our Niagara effects system. Particles in Niagara can now talk to one another and understand their environment like never before. We've also added a ton of new functionality to run fluid simulations like you see in the water below. The demo runs on our chaos physics system. Here we are using it to accurately simulate the rigid bodies of the falling rocks and the cloth of her scarf. Now that the environment is so complex, we've needed to greatly improve our animation systems to adapt. We've added predictive foot placement and motion warping, which dynamically modifies IK and body position to look more natural. For the character to more realistically interact with the environment, we've added the ability to trigger seamless contextual animation events, like her hand on the door.
That's promising.
Dynamic GI is amazing, not just for speeding up iteration, but also for its impact on gameplay.
Nice.
Any light source can move while still having
be.
beautiful bounce lighting. Dynamic illumination means specular as well, which you can see on all the metal surfaces. You can even see the Niagara-powered bugs reacting to the light. Lumen not only reacts to moving light sources, but also changes in geometry. Remember we mentioned high poly assets? This statue was imported directly from ZBrush and is more than 33 million triangles. No baking of normal maps, no authored LODs. And we can do more than a single statue. There are nearly 500 of that exact statue at the same detail level placed in this room, for a total of over 16 billion triangles from statues alone. Over this entire demo, there are hundreds of billions of triangles. Nanite, you have limitless geometry, and with Lumen, you have fully dynamic lighting and global illumination, all running on a PlayStation 5.
There's not much time left.
And this doesn't need to be constrained to small rooms. It can stretch all the way to the horizon.
The portal, it's open. Don't fail me now.
Time to see what's next.